Welcome to our channel, where we uncover shocking mysteries, never-before-told stories, and hidden secrets about Hollywood legends. Gene Hackman, an iconic actor with a life full of intrigue. But what the FBI recently discovered in his mansion will leave you stunned. This revelation could change everything we thought we knew about him. What secrets have been hidden? What truth is waiting to be revealed? Stay tuned as we dive deep into the untold stories of Gene Hackman and other legendary stars. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our exclusive and hottest videos. Family and Hollywood's reaction. The passing of a legend shakes the world. Hollywood mourns a legend. As soon as the news spread, many famous stars expressed their deep condolences on social media. Gwyneth Paltrow, an actress who had the opportunity to meet Hackman at major events, shared a rare photo with him, accompanied by a broken heart emoji and the words, "A legend, forever." She didn't say much, but with just that short sentence, Paltrow conveyed her deep respect for a great man of cinema. Meanwhile, Clint Eastwood, another Hollywood icon and someone who worked with Hackman in the film Unforgiven, 1992, spoke out, "Gene was one of the most talented actors I have ever worked with. His dedication to the art of acting is undeniable. It's hard to believe that we have lost him forever." Not only actors, but also top directors, producers, and screenwriters expressed their sorrow over this great loss. Emotional tributes flooded social media, proving that Hackman was not just an exceptional actor, but also a deeply respected figure among his colleagues. A farewell from his family. A grief beyond words. Shortly after the news was announced, Gene Hackman's family released an official statement filled with emotion. "We are heartbroken over the passing of our father and stepmother. To millions, he was a legend. But to us, he was simply a beloved father and grandfather." This statement left many people deeply moved. To the world, Hackman was a Hollywood icon, a larger-than-life star, but to his family, he was simply a devoted father and grandfather. In his final years, Hackman lived a quiet, private life, spending most of his time with his family and pursuing personal passions like painting and writing. And now, as he has passed on, his loved ones are still trying to come to terms with this heartbreaking reality. Fans mourn a departure. Shrouded in mystery. The passing of Gene Hackman not only shocked the entertainment industry, but also left fans reeling. Across forums and social media, thousands of comments poured in, expressing grief and admiration for the legendary actor. One fan wrote, "I grew up watching Gene Hackman's movies. He was a part of my childhood. I can't believe he's gone." Alongside these heartfelt tributes, many have also raised questions about the circumstances surrounding Hackman's death. Why did both he and his wife pass away at the same time? Why was there no sign of distress? What really happened inside their mansion? A wave of conspiracy theories has emerged, adding to the mystery and intrigue surrounding the case. Hackman's films sell out again. As news of Hackman's passing spread, his iconic films such as The French Connection, 1971, Unforgiven, 1992, and The Royal Tenenbaums, 2001, unexpectedly became the center of attention. Many theaters decided to re-screen these classic works to pay tribute to the legendary actor. Streaming platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime also reported a surge in viewership of Hackman's films. Perhaps his departure prompted many to revisit the unforgettable moments on screen, as a way to honor a true legend, an irreplaceable void. Gene Hackman was not just a talented actor, but also a crucial part of film history. He earned countless prestigious awards, but more importantly, he created characters that will live forever in the hearts of audiences. From the tough cop Popeye Doyle in The French Connection to the ruthless cowboy in Unforgiven, each of Hackman's roles left an indelible mark. His passing feels like the closing of a chapter, filled with regret. Hollywood will always remember him, not only as an actor, but also as a resilient man who gave his all to the craft of filmmaking. Unanswered questions. Although the family has confirmed the news, Gene Hackman's death still leaves many unanswered questions. Was it a natural passing, or is there something more mysterious behind it? Why did the police find no signs of forced entry, yet the door was open? What is the significance of the dead dog in the box? And what do the scattered pills on the floor mean? Numerous theories have been proposed, but the exact truth remains unconfirmed. This only adds to the mystery, sparking public interest. What do you think about Gene Hackman's passing? Could there be something that hasn't been revealed? Leave a comment below to discuss this mysterious death. Unanswered Questions: The Mystery Left Behind by Gene Hackman's Case. Although the police are still conducting toxicology tests and searching for clues, one thing is clear. This case holds many strange details that no one can explain. The questions continue to hang in the air, making not only the media but also the public unable to stop speculating. Could the truth behind their death be too dark for us to understand? Let's explore the unanswered questions. And who knows, you might be the one to uncover the final clue. Why was there no emergency call? This is one of the most notable questions that leaves many people puzzled. In an emergency, who could remain silent while in danger? Gene Hackman, though older, was known for his stable health. So why didn't he and his wife make an emergency call? Could this silence have a special meaning? Were they aware of the danger, but couldn't call for help? Or was there another factor preventing them from doing so? And if so, what could that be? These questions continue to torment the public, waiting for answers from investigators. The door was open, but no signs of forced entry. Who entered? A particularly strange detail. The front door of the villa was open, but there were no signs of forced entry. So, who entered and exited without leaving any trace? Could someone have secretly come and gone without being detected? This is a major question in the eyes of investigators and one that keeps the public speculating. A clear break-in would have left traces, but there were none. Could this be a case where those involved were very skilled, or is there something extremely secret hidden in the house? Why did they die in different locations within the house? A very puzzling detail in this case is that Gene Hackman was found in a room near the back door, while Betsy Arakawa was discovered in the bathroom. Why did they die in two different places within the same house? Was there any movement before they passed away, or was it just a coincidence? This separation makes the story even more complex, and the question remains, what happened between them in the final hours? What happened in the days before they were discovered? With all these mysteries, there is one larger question. What truly happened in the days before Hackman and his wife passed away? We all know that everything seemed fine before this incident occurred, but was there any change, any event we're unaware of, that led everything to a dead end? Perhaps in their final days, they did something very special that no one noticed? Could they have sensed something was about to happen that we couldn't foresee? Was there any external interference? With all these unusual details, one essential question seems, and in the world of Hollywood, sometimes events have depths that haven't been uncovered. The deeper we delve into this case, the more we see the unclear aspects, and we all want to uncover the truth behind the death of a cinematic legend? These questions remain unanswered, and the case is becoming more fascinating than ever. What are your thoughts on these mysteries? Share your opinions and continue to follow the latest developments in this case. The answer may lie in the smallest details, and who knows, you might be the one to crack this mystery. The mysterious death of Hollywood legend Gene Hackman, an unsolved enigma. Hollywood legend Gene Hackman has passed away at the age of 95, leaving behind an immense legacy in film history. However, what has truly shocked the public is not just his passing, but the mysteries surrounding the deaths of both him and his wife, Betsy Arakawa. Authorities in Santa Fe, New Mexico, responded to an emergency call and arrived at Hackman's estate, only to uncover a situation far from ordinary. From the moment investigators stepped inside, something felt off. Scattered details painted an eerie picture, like an incomplete puzzle with missing pieces. The most perplexing aspect is that both Hackman and his wife were found dead in the same house, yet in separate locations. Hackman's body was discovered on the living room sofa, while Betsy was found upstairs. There were no signs of forced entry, no broken doors, no signs of struggle. Yet the atmosphere in the house was unsettlingly strange. No apparent injuries, no distress calls made. This raised the burning question: why did he harbor a secret in his final years? Will the mysteries inside his estate ever be unraveled? Or will this case become one of Hollywood's many unsolved tragedies? What are your thoughts on Gene Hackman's mysterious death? Do you believe it's merely an unfortunate coincidence? Or is there something more sinister lurking beneath the surface? Share your opinions in the comments and join the discussion. Shocking crime scene. Mysterious clues in Gene Hackman's death. When maintenance workers arrived to check on Gene Hackman's estate in Santa Fe, New Mexico, they had no idea they would become the first witnesses to a shocking crime scene. The front door of the house was slightly ajar, yet there were no signs of forced entry. Everything inside seemed to be in its place, with no evidence of a struggle. However, something felt amiss. The unusual silence in the opulent estate hinted at a horrifying mystery waiting to be uncovered. Upon entering, the police immediately sensed this was no ordinary death. Hollywood legend Gene Hackman was found in a small room near the back door, lying motionless on the floor, next to his familiar cane and a pair of sunglasses. There were no apparent signs of violence, but his face bore a look of distress, as if he had just experienced a moment of panic. Strangely, Betsy Arakawa, Hackman's wife, was found on the bathroom floor on the second floor, next to an open bottle of pills with many scattered around. Two bodies in different locations within the same house, yet no one called for help. What transpired between them on that fateful night? While surveying the crime scene, the police discovered a peculiar detail. One of the Hackman family's 3 dogs was found dead in an old wooden box, while the other 2 remained healthy. There were no signs of violence, but fear was etched on the face of the deceased dog. It seemed to have witnessed something so horrific that it sought refuge in the box, but could not escape. The police promptly sent the dog's remains for examination, hoping to find poison or any other unusual signs. Could its death be connected to the incident? Or was it merely a strange coincidence? Another notable detail was the small fireplace in the living room. Although it was broken, there were signs that it had been used recently. Investigators found some remaining ashes, but their origin was unclear. Had someone deliberately burned something important to erase evidence? What documents, letters, or evidence might have been destroyed in that fire? This may seem like a minor detail, but it could potentially become a crucial clue in unraveling the mystery of this case. Investigators also examined Gene Hackman's bank account and discovered an anomaly. A large sum of money had been transferred to an anonymous account just days before his death. The recipient's identity remained unknown, and the reason for the transfer was still a mystery. Was Hackman involved in a secret he wanted to conceal before it was too late? Or was he pressured by someone to do so? Despite the police collecting numerous clues, the case remains unresolved. Various theories have emerged. Was this a double suicide, or did a third party enter the house? Why were Hackman and his wife not together at the time of the incident? What led them to leave without making any distress calls? What are your thoughts on the mysterious death of Gene Hackman? Is this merely a series of coincidences, or is there a monumental secret being hidden? Please leave your comments and join the discussion about this enigmatic case. Could there be a third party? The mystery behind Gene Hackman's death. The police are expanding their investigation and focusing on the possibility that a third party may have been in contact with Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, during their final days. While there are no signs of forced entry into their home, it's still possible that someone entered without leaving any trace. This has led many to question what truly happened in the days leading up to the discovery of the incident. One controversial theory suggests that a special guest may have visited the Hackman family before their passing. Authorities are reviewing all phone calls, emails, and medical records related to Hackman and his wife to uncover any links between them and an outsider. Every detail, no matter how small, could lead to a hidden truth that the police have yet to confirm. What is particularly suspicious is that neither of the couple made any distress calls. This raises further doubts about the possibility of someone having been in contact with them without anyone knowing. Especially since the front door was open, yet there are no signs of forced entry, the situation becomes even more mysterious. The lack of clear evidence of an attack or external intrusion makes this case a difficult puzzle to solve. Meanwhile, investigators continue to verify any external factors that could be related to their deaths. The police have not ruled out any possibilities, from an intruder sneaking into the house to someone intervening in the situation without leaving traces. Every theory is being taken seriously, and investigators assert that nothing is too surprising in such a complex case. By examining every clue, all possibilities are being carefully considered. Specifically, investigators are looking into individuals who may have had contact with the Hackman couple recently. There could be overlooked factors that might become crucial points to solving the case. Any hint, no matter how minor, could be the key to the final answer. Though there is no conclusive statement yet about external interference, the ambiguity in the details is making this case more complicated. The biggest question the public and authorities are asking is, did someone enter Hackman's home without leaving any traces? Or is this a dark story no one could have predicted? What do you think about the possibility of a third party being involved in Gene Hackman's death? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Gene Hackman will always be a legend. The mystery surrounding his death that remains unsolved. While the cause of death for Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, remains a mystery, one thing is certain. The legacy he left behind will live on in the hearts of his fans. Hackman was not only a Hollywood legend, but also a man of great determination who overcame countless hardships in life to reach the pinnacle of his career. With unforgettable roles that left a lasting impact on audiences, Hackman became an enduring icon of world cinema. However, after his death, a series of unanswered questions continues to perplex and intrigue the public. When news of Gene Hackman and his wife's death spread, people were shocked by the strange circumstances. One of the things that puzzled everyone was the absence of any signs of forced entry into their mansion. The door was open, but there were no traces indicating an intruder had entered. So, who came in and out of the house without leaving any evidence? This question has not only intrigued the police, but also sparked speculation among the public. Is there an external force behind this case? Or is there something mysterious that we have yet to uncover? These questions will undoubtedly continue to stir public curiosity. Additionally, another detail that has left investigators puzzled is that Gene Hackman was found in a room near the back door, while his wife was discovered in the bathroom. Why did they die in two different locations within the same house? Was it a coincidence, or did something occur before they passed away? These questions add further complexity to the case. Could they have sensed something was about to happen but couldn't predict it? Was their death an accident, or the result of an external factor? The unanswered questions continue to leave the audience wondering. While the police continue to investigate and perform toxicology tests, one big question remains unresolved. Was the death of Hackman and his wife a mere coincidence? Or was there a dark hand behind it? The strange traces at the scene have led to various hypotheses. Could they have realized the danger, but were unable to call for help for some reason? Or was it simply an unintended incident, but the unusual details make everything seem even more ambiguous? Another detail that has caused public speculation is the discovery of a dead dog in a box near the scene. This has attracted attention, raising the question, could the dog's death be linked to poison, or is it a sign of external intervention? Investigators are conducting tests to determine the cause, and the results may reveal important information that could shed light on the situation. This detail will certainly keep the public questioning and speculating. This case remains unresolved, and the unanswered questions show no signs of stopping. The deaths of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa are becoming more complex than ever, with numerous suspicions surrounding the cause of their deaths. Everyone wants to find the truth, but could it be that someone was too clever, making this case an unsolvable mystery? While the police continue their investigation, all we can do is wait for the latest updates. Perhaps part of the truth will be revealed in the smallest details that we have yet to notice. With all the mysteries still unanswered, we would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about this case? Could there be a third party behind the deaths of Hackman and his wife? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and stay tuned for new information from the police. The answer may lie in details we have yet to see. Let's share our thoughts and uncover this mystery together. The dog found dead in a box. A bizarre detail that adds to the mystery of Gene Hackman's death. When the maintenance worker discovered the scene and reported it to the police, investigators immediately focused on this peculiar detail. A dog dying under mysterious circumstances is always a suspicious sign, especially in an unsolved case. The most baffling aspect was that the other two dogs in the house were completely fine. If this were a case of poisoning, whether through food, water, or some other means, why was only one dog affected? Did it consume something the others avoided? Or was it deliberately targeted as part of a larger plan? The box in which the dog was found only deepened the mystery. Did it crawl inside on its own and accidentally suffocate, or was it placed there by someone? If it was put in the box, what was the perpetrator's intention? Some theories suggest that someone may have locked it up to prevent it from barking or reacting to an intruder. But if that were the case, why were the other two dogs left free? Police quickly sent samples for analysis to determine the cause of death. They needed to know whether the dog had been poisoned, suffocated, or died from natural causes. However, with no test results available yet, speculation continues to run wild. Some even theorize that the dog's death was meant as a warning from someone before the main incident occurred. The fact that there were no signs of a break-in or struggle inside the house has made it difficult for investigators to determine whether this was a homicide or something else entirely. But the discovery of a dead dog inside a box is an anomaly that doesn't fit the overall picture. If Hackman and his wife truly died from natural causes or accidental poisoning, what does the presence of the dead dog signify? Online discussions have erupted over this eerie detail. Some believe it's merely an unfortunate coincidence, while others argue it is undeniable proof that a third party was involved. Will investigators find a connection between the dog's death and that of its owners? Or will this remain just another unsolved mystery? What do you think about the strange case of the dog found dead in a box? Is it just a coincidence, or could it be a sign of something far more sinister? Share your thoughts in the comments and join the discussion on this baffling case. Thank you for taking the time to join us. Your support is the greatest motivation that keeps us going as we continue to explore and share untold stories about Hollywood legends. You are an essential part of this journey, and we deeply appreciate that. Let's continue to uncover unsolved mysteries and dive into the shocking secrets of the entertainment world together. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any exclusive videos. Once again, thank you so much for your support. See you in the next videos.